Thank you for stopping by my channel. Today's video will be 5 doctrines that the Jehovah's Witness organization will never abandon. You can bank on it. You can guarantee they will never abandon it until the day they're shut down. So 5 doctrines that will never change. Number 1 is the 2-witness rule when it comes to abuse, when it comes to child abuse, which is so ridiculous because it's a Mosaic principle, it's a Mosaic law. When Christ died, he put an end to those rules. He put an end to that Mosaic law. All the Mosaic law. He put an end to that. Christ is the new covenant. And why did they still follow that when it comes to child abuse? Is beyond anybody, and it's so obvious. It's just terrible that the Jehovah's Witness organization can't change it. Would this mean that they become a respectable organization if they change this? No, but even with that being said, that makes them even extra culty or crappy as an organization. How they can't change it, and it's again a Mosaic law. Number 2, disfellowshipping. They will never, and this, I should actually repeat myself, disfellowshipping / shunning is number 2. So it's kind of together, but disfellowshipping is a rule that they follow, and again, other videos can explain it better, but like I say, when Paul was talking about remove the wicked man from the flock, they just cherry pick that one scripture. They don't read it in context, where it talks about Paul later admonishing that person if he becomes overly sad. So again, disfellowshipping / shunning is number 2. Number 3, it applies with number 4, but number 3, it kind of goes with number 4. I have to get you number 4 first, and I'll touch on number 3. No grace, only works. They'll teach that you have to work for your salvation. They'll continue to go door to door, or now it's cart witnessing, and now the hailstone message that's coming up. Are they just going to do that for about 20, 30, 40 years? That remains to be seen. But again, there's no grace in that organization. There's no mercy. Only works is what you can be saved with. You need to abandon Christ's ransom sacrifice, or go beyond the things that are written, like the organization likes to do. They like to go beyond and add works into it, going door to door. Again, no mercy. Work for Watchtower and give up your ice cream money for Watchtower. Number 4, Armageddon teaching, where they'll teach that all non-JWs will die, and if you're not a good Jehovah's Witness, then you'll be destroyed. That's what they teach, and they'll never abandon that. They'll never change that doctrine. They just won't. And witnesses will say, that's a Bible teaching. Well, show me a scripture that says all non-JWs will be destroyed. Again, they'll say, well, it's not word for word, but if you go to scriptures like Jeremiah 25:33 and Matthew 7:13 and 14, it's ridiculous. Armageddon teaching, they'll never change, because that's why you can have the 2-witness rule. That's why you have the rule set in place in that cult, is because they can fearmonger people with the Armageddon teaching, and they can say, hey, you know, we'll keep them inculcated with fear with this Armageddon teacher. Armageddon teaching, they'll never leave because of that. And it's true. A lot of witnesses, the only reason they're in an organization, and I make the argument that 100% of them are in the organization because of that teaching. Why else would you be in that cult? I'm certainly glad I'm out of it. I don't hold Armageddon, the fear of Armageddon, every single day. I don't have that fear, because if it is real, then like I say, you couldn't pay me to live forever, living in a world where 7 billion were slaughtered for not being part of a child abuse cult. So again, they'll never change that fear-mongering teaching of Armageddon. And if you're a Jehovah's Witness watching this, you know that's why you're a Jehovah's Witness, because of the Armageddon teaching, because you're too afraid of leaving, because you'll be destroyed for not supporting 8 guys who buy liquor. Well, one guy that's another story, but you know what I'm talking about. And this is not really a doctrine, but I'm going to fit it in anyway. They'll never accept that they were wrong on flip-flop on doctrines and failed predictions, like 1975. In fact, a couple years ago, or was it last year or the year before, they had where they blamed the members in that video, where that guy that lost his wife or whatever, and but I can't remember which video it was. I think it was a couple years ago. Definitely a couple years ago, where they pretty much blamed the members, where they were following the organization's advice. If that's not proof that they will never admit they were wrong on flip-flops and doctrines and failed predictions. They actually have come out and said in their JW.org, they said Jehovah's Witnesses have made mistakes. Yeah, grievous mistakes, Watchtower. Grievous mistakes that you've made for having people quit their jobs during the end, towards the end of 1974, during 1975, to quit and go pioneer. And 44 years later, we're still in this system of things, Watchtower, and Matthew 24:36. Read Matthew 24:36. So they'll never, ever accept that they were wrong. They'll never come out and apologize. They'll just say, we made mistakes. But if a rank and file makes a mistake, then, of course, boom, they have to be out, shunned, and they lose their social structure and lose their family and whatever. I mean, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I don't mean whatever. I meant whatever as in whatever, how stupid and sick and disgusting the Jehovah's Witness organization is. And if there is a God, he certainly should hold the Jehovah's Witness organization accountable for all their errors and all their wicked works. If you ask me, in Revelation, Babylon the Great is the Watchtower and Bible Tract Society, because they claim to represent God more than anything. You know, it's funny how the Watchtower always points to Christendom and say, "Yeah, look at these Christendom. They say they claim they represent God, and they do a terrible job." Well, look in the mirror, Watchtower, because that Babylon the Great describes the Jehovah's Witness organization perfectly. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and you have a great day. Thank you.